All right, enough of this swallowing up the ooze, trying to make our motion stay sane. I have more conductivity on that last piece of excrement about how I figured out to even get there. I found another piece of paper that showed how I got to that conclusion we seen in the last video. So hold on. Now I don't know if this is what I was saying to Sigmund Sagittarius, but all right. What is the mass of the sun? Use Stoic mole to find out the molecular mass by AMU of the H and hydrogen and helium. How many moles of helium and hydrogen with the full valence shells are in the sun? Wait a second, this is not the right page. Oh wait, I had it back. This is, that was the right page. I just this is a photocopy. Yeah, it's a photocopy of that other one, but I did more on the back because I figured it out myself. I actually found the paper where I didn't even know I did this, you know that. All right, hold on, let's see if I was right with the answer at the very end. We'll see. I'll say it all to you. All right, keep He from, okay, I can't, separate gravity, 6.022 times 10 to the 23rd times molecular mass per AMU, written in mass mole underneath. All right, so I didn't have all the information there when I was doing it about how the ratios are. So this is actually just probably, let me see. Sorry. Center stable for a very long time. Because it has to be H7 plus He7. Because if you calculate with valence shells, that would be the number, and it would have to be even, and they both have to be stable. It would have to be stable, right, with the electrons. So I calculated it as 14, and that's hydrogens, and helium's was 7 and 7, right? Now it says H9 plus He9 negative, arrow, E plus negative. What was I thinking about that? Equals hydrogen. No, arrow, again, hydrogen 10 negative plus helium 9 positive, unstable. Motion, Latin conversion. Fusion occurs. 2H plus 18 E negative, arrow, H plus 10 E negative. 2H minus, that should be plus. We have over the arrow a plus and negative sign. I don't know how I'm doing that, but it says H19 plus H10 negative with the 19 positive. That was unstable and gets 5 extra, and then it explodes, reaches salt, like solved, dissolved, coagula. That's how it exploded. To become, and we have a Lewis dot diagram to show this, the unstable electrons in the Lewis dot diagram. If you want to see it, the Lewis dot diagram I wrote for that, it's right here. And I'll tell it to you, it's full valence hydrogen negative separates from a full valence hydrogen plus 2 negative over it, separates, but contracts 1 hydrogen to a helium with a -3 charge, gets created. Unstable electrons. Jackie's Guston's suggestions for the birth and death of stars, planets create space rock and ice dusty comets. Right, okay, great. Both have to have too many electrons that need to escape, but instead pull more hydrogen, creating more helium from the outer shells and sublevels radiation. Then the system gets bigger. Unstable center, H9 plus H11 negative, dash He9 plus, I didn't know, growing. Check it. EX 5 negative extra and E plus 4 N equals 6 negative, CR equals 2 negative, full equals 8 plus 5 equals plus 10. That was one of those check things. Finish center of the sun, H7 plus HE, which is helium 7. Yeah. It was way easier to figure out than that. We all knew it at the start, but I did that to figure it out. Oh, Hess's law, eh? It's going around farther, eh? Unstable helium fused with hydrogen, keeping it stable until it loses electrons and stuff. Just goes. Doesn't exist anymore. Now let's see. This star made for our planet, our genetic compounds, anatomy, is dynamic, currently static. These electrostatic materials will create itself again. Timelessness provoked something. Yeah, like do the same thing again, right? Let's see. How to calculate nuclear fusion. And I did another Hess law thing for it. Did I just write the same? Yeah, it comes out the same. Final product for the sun is H7 plus HE7. So that's 9 hydrogens plus 11 heliums, the negative plasma. 10 hydrogens plus 9 heliums. 2H plus 18E negative, arrow H plus 10E negative. 2H plus 19E negative, motion Latin fusion. That means gaseous states are formed. So we've had heat. They would create its own heat, see. 9 electrons plus H, 18H plus 11, something there I didn't know. H, unstable. H19 plus 10 negative explodes, stabilize 9. H9 plus HE11 negative, arrow E plus negative bracket, H arrow H10 negative plus HE9 positive. Lewis dot diagram, trying to figure it out, prove my case. Same thing turned out with hydrogen at a -2 and helium at a -3, which leaves, that's why the -1 in the first video was there, because that's on the other side. That's the ratio to cancel out that, right, would be -1. Final product is H9 positive plus HE11, that's helium, negative, arrow E plus negative, arrow H10 plus H9 positive, E plus 4 is how, H7 plus HE7, and then N is 6, CR is 2 equals 8. Final product.
Going down.
So they gather more to fuse bigger.